This is from from the better days or the friendly days when I did this Track Source live mix. I included this track. Yeah, Kid Enigma on his shit. All right, what's up, fam? It's your boy Demir here, purveyor of all sounds underground, with Wasteman Wano. Thanks for joining us on the IPN Industry. No, INP.
Good one. Good save.
The Industry Noize Podcast. This is episode number 8. We got a lot to unpack today. We've had an interesting week. For those of you that are on my Patreon, you would have caught the pre-pod. We shared some other interesting news there. And the great thing about being on my Patreon is that it's ad-free. You won't be interrupted regardless. So, yeah, you know what? Let's fade this music out and jump into the pod itself. Shouts out to our community on Discord. I've got to do the rundown on May's results across our socials one.
But I feel like they grew substantially. Like, our community, let's be real, is one of the best communities. Like, for
sure.
And that's to talk shit about other people, of course, because I don't give a fuck. But
listen, man. Did you see the Steve Aoki meme that Dexy from the community posted in Discord?
Not yet. Here, let me go ahead.
Pull that shit up. He put.
Let's see. On general,
he created that meme and he put. It's the same dude where we were talking about his shirts last week, the Ableton shirts.
Is it the one with you in front of him?
Yeah, like with my really sort of face on there. So
yeah.
I threw that on my IG. Yo, the comments, they're gold, bro.
Why people
comments
getting vexed?
Are gold. The comments are gold. I asked people to caption it and on my IG. So yeah, I just took the picture and put it on my IG, and I said, "Yo, caption this." And man,
it's just going off, eh?
Some of the captions are jokes, man. There's some people in there I actually feel a little sorry. A little sorry for Steve. Oh, can't we just move on and just leave him alone? I'm like, yo, like,
fuck
why would we do that, fam? Why would we do that?
Oh my god, you were making a millionaire feel bad.
Oh. Can we just move on? We're a bigger community. Shut the fuck up.
You know what the thing is? I don't know why people all of a sudden get entitled. They're like, we are the people that say what can and can't be said. Nah, motherfucker.
Yeah, Steve got clapped on that meme.
Sure. That one there was a violent.
You already found the use for it, eh?
You got clapped on that one, man. I love it.
He's a
I love that. I love that sound piece, man. That's a nice one.
That's a good
nice
one, eh?
one. Big ups to you on that one. Yeah, man. So you're absolutely right. Shouts to the community. I know our Discord grew over another 100. YouTube easily over 150 in the past month. And Patreon, we get the normal ebbs and flows because we're now into the new month.
Yeah, of course.
But our starting point is better. I think last month we started at 123, where now our starting point is 134.
Okay.
So, right. So, it's only going to grow from there. And it's really about building the community and touching more people effectively. So, pretty proud.
Yeah, man. No, I love the community. It's funny because Punch messaged me the other day, right? And we're just basically talking shit because he's like, bro, zone mixers are the best mixers in the world.
Yeah, I met with him on Friday for his one-on-one.
Yeah.
Production one-on-one, and he's like, yeah, I got the way he said it, I caught the zone mixer, and he kind of paused and smirked at me like he was waiting for me to react. I'm like, I'm not gonna give you anything, bro.
Yeah. I'm
not gonna give you anything. I'm just gonna let you.
Because he posted it on his IG. I said, "Gay boy got the zone."
Exactly. It's like, bro.
No,
I'm like, bro, where are you from? The UK, man? You copping some tea with
bro,
that?
He was sending some next shit about some other DJs. I said, who the fuck are they?
Yeah,
Like who the fuck are they?
I don't fucking care about your zone mixer, fam. You from the UK?
Oh my god!
You
But that
having some
analog
crumpets?
sound, you know.
You have some crumpets with your fucking tunes? Get off it, man. Next thing he's gonna be on some Denons.
Ooh, don't be dissing him that hard, bro. What
Yeah.
kind of peasant
No,
does he
I
look
can't.
like?
I can't. He's got my ex DJs, right? So
Yeah.
shouts out to Punt. Shouts out to Classy Touch as well. We did a
Yo,
great
big shout out to
spotlight there.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
You know, we're gonna be looking to do more of those. And I guess that ties nicely into our whole thing on. I had a what did I say? Loyalty and relationships. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about here.
Relationships, my guy, like the things.
Like things you beat.
Yeah, fam. You and I said we're gonna discuss about this last week. Don't you remember?
Yeah. Refresh my memory, man, because
Because I had said a comment saying a man's loyalty is tested when he has everything, and a woman's loyalty is tested when a man has nothing.
yeah, that's true, man. Those are facts, man. Those are big facts.
Right?
Those are big facts, and
big one thing facts.
I can tell you for sure. Post this pandemic shit, I definitely think for people like myself, I can only speak for myself, that this pandemic has definitely shaped me in a different way when it comes to fucking relationships and stuff.
In what way?
Where it's like no more compromise, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, there's reasonable compromise, and then there's simp compromise. You know,
of course, there's the Andy compromise.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and sorry, Andy, to make an example, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm just not gonna do shit that I don't want to do. Like, especially in relationships.
No, you don't want to waste your time either, right? Like,
I don't want to waste my time.
That time is the most valuable asset and the most expensive asset we fucking have. Right? And people don't fucking realize that, right? They're like, oh, whatever, I'll just take time here and there. Well, that time adds up really quickly. And if you don't think that relationship's going anywhere, then what the fuck are you doing? You're just wasting time.
Exactly. I just don't have the time nor the patience to deal with fucking people with luggage upon luggage and
cases on cases on cases
and adding no value at the same time.
No,
like I have a bar, it's here, and you gotta meet me at that bar or better. Like,
yeah, at least.
If I'm in the room and I'm a person with the most experience and the most knowledge on something, I'm in the wrong room.
Yeah, 100%. You always want people around you that can help you grow on some things, right? It doesn't necessarily mean like they need to be musicians, but they have to excel at something, right? In order for them to be worth your time.
And I don't need again, like these crazy ass chicks, like chicks that just have all this luggage, kids, and all this other bullshit stuff that I am not interested in dealing with. And I'm sure there's a lot of lovely career focused and value add women out there who happen to have kids. I'm talking about the the extremes. The extreme, the girls that were bottle suckers in their 20s and now in their 30s,
just random cocksuckers,
got a kid or two and they're 40, all of that shit, and they still got drug fucking problems with alcohol and live to embarrass your ass and themselves. Fuck that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not gonna be Mr. Nice Guy and because she's crazy. She's
no, bro, but
crazy.
don't you know the benefits of taking drugs? Like, ketamine is so good for you, bro.
Oh, fuck her. That she's a fucking idiot and a half. I'll never forget that experience. Oh, Demir, I think you're being very ignorant. You don't know the mental benefits of taking ketamine as it pertains to mental health. Fuck off.
Oh shit! I didn't know she was a psychologist, guy.
Like, I mean, if you can handle something,
you understand? her signs, you know, she's an aquarium, bro. She's an aquarium. She says some shit, you know. She read some shit online.
Fire, take that shit and have that conversation with your fucking crystals and burn your incense and sage and do whatever the fuck you got to do to make yourself.
What are they called? The tarot cards, tarot cards,
tarot cards or whatever. You
some
go do that.
Whack shit.
I'm in the headspace of results and putting
that's all that matters at the end of the day, you know.
Putting work in to get results and respecting my time and your time.
You know, remember the story I told you?
I'm sorry?
Remember the story I told you about recently, Sonia's friends?
Yeah, like fucking waste people, man. Yeah, I do remember.
I was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, and that's what I told Annie. I'm like, what a fucking downgrade from the people we're usually with. We're usually around millionaires, successful people, people with goals. And then we got some motherfucker that arrived an hour late to pick up the girl he's trying to impress with another girl high. Like yo, that's whack.
Anyway, the pandemic is being good for me that way and solidifying. I really don't give a fuck about your feelings and what you want men to do in a relation. Like, fuck off. Like, I just don't. I just don't have the time for it. I really don't.
You ever see the video from Milo Yiannopoulos? You know who Milo Yiannopoulos is, right?
No.
He used to be gay, and now he's straight. He was a conservative alt-right, right? And this girl is saying, "Oh, you're racist and all that." And keep in mind, this guy married a black guy. And she goes, "You're a racist and this and that." And she goes, "What about people's feelings?" He goes, "Madam, with all respect, fuck your feelings," in front of a full crowd.
Like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm not. Anyways, let's move on from that. But definitely, yeah, this has changed my perspective on relationships and how I value my time. It's just made it much more exponential, to be honest. All right, so Juan.
Yes.
If you could pull up on the screen,
of course.
The just more music news. I think this is the last.
Yeah, the music business worldwide article.
Yeah, Concord Group buys Downtown Owned Publishing. So, for you DJs and producers, studio owners, engineers,
whatever you guys are,
record label owners, I really hope y'all are paying attention to what's happening. So last week we spoke extensively about these positions being put in play for the relationship between major labels and streaming platforms, etc., and the budgets that are behind that. And if you haven't heard that, I recommend go back and listen to that pod, episode 7. We talk extensively about that. But one of the things it's a definite trend in the music business is multiple companies buying up music publishing catalogs, like at enormous and elaborate rates right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
So this is huge, Concord Group buys Downtown Owned Publishing for $400 million. It's massive. And then there's another one with Hasbro, I believe, that followed shortly after this deal, that it was also substantial as well. So again, DJs, producers, people making that music, looking to play for festivals or on your way to playing festivals, make sure your publishing shit is straightened out. It's very easy. If you're in Canada, sign up to SOCAN. Get your shit straightened out. Like you can literally, with every song you create, released or unreleased, go in there, register the song, and that makes sure you get paid out. I enjoy getting checks from all over the world. I have people collecting on my publishing for me, because your music is an absolute asset. But it's very important you retain ownership of this shit. Yeah. Don't sell it to other people, because these companies, if they're making these types of deals, they're realizing that the music itself as content is a valuable commodity for placement in movies, television shows. Well, I don't even know if I can call it television shows, but series that are on streaming platforms like Netflix or Prime, Apple TV. Um, what else? Disney. Who?
You know what this reminds me of? You know that song, Fortune Son?
No.
The one that started Stunna, Dunna. The one that basically, imagine a helicopter scene in Vietnam.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the Neil Young. That's yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it kind of reminds me where a lot of times, music will get associated with film very quickly, just from the tone of it, right?
Yeah. And well, it creates a feeling.
It creates a feeling, and for example, I don't F1 Drive to Survive did have some music in there, right, to create a certain tone, and that's a series that I wouldn't have expected to have some music, but it did, right? And these companies are spending major money. I mean, look at that fucking series; they must have spent a fortune on that, right?
Yeah.
And music is a key asset. I was telling Andy the other day when we were video editing, I said, you got to tell a story with the audio too. Right?
Absolutely.
That's a big part of it, right? I said we got to use as many senses as we have, right? Because you can't touch a fucking video, but you see it, you hear it. So since you're limited to only 2 senses, you really have to make those count, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I was telling Andy.
Yeah, I mean, this is where this is going, y'all. So make sure you got your publishing in check, sorted, and as you build your catalog and get it to I'm gonna say at least 200 tracks, make sure you got people out there collecting for you. There's even agencies now that collect on what people were playing in the festival.
Really? That's a little too much for
me. Enrolled in that. Yeah. So you place, and they could go back as far as 3 years.
So my question is, who pays that then?
I don't know.
That's a tough question.
I don't know. I know most government agencies, when it comes to music publishing, put money aside, right? To say, hey, for our creators, they must get paid. So whenever their tracks come up, pay them, right? But I think in most cases, like Nielsen's, for example, like the Nielsen surveys, and they do checks, copyright checks on stuff. They collect, and they would charge the actual sponsor. So whoever is doing the festival, and what the festival then does is they already incorporate that in their budget.
See, now that poses
that's why they have
interesting question. So let's say
that's why they have sponsors.
No, this poses an interesting question about how the system's gonna pay it out now. Hypothetically, let's say I did a remix of your song, okay, and I put it out for free on SoundCloud, as you do, like you did with Cardi B, right?
Yeah.
Who the hell are they gonna send a check to?
Well, see, in those instances where let's use me in the Cardi B example, okay? I don't get shit. I don't make any money on that because it's Cardi B's vocals, and Atlantic owns her publishing. Well, yeah, they own that content.
Atlantic is Warner, right?
I don't know if they're merged. I couldn't tell you. I haven't checked. I just know she's signed to Atlantic. And the reason why I'm confident in bringing that up is because when I did that Bodak Yellow edit, I was approached by Atlantic. They said, "Oh yeah, we know you did the. We're not asking you to take the song down. We'll see if there's something we can actually put out formally." And it just never happened because at the time I think she was renegotiating her deal with them.
Oh.
Right. So it just never happened, and I'm sure it fell by the wayside. But in that case, like for example, and I tell people this all the time, do not put edits like that up on Bandcamp because they'll just take it down.
It's a legal nightmare, in reality.
Yeah, it completely is. They'll just take it down.
Then the line kind of gets blurred between sampling and remixing.
Yeah, well, and doing, and there's a difference between an authorized and unauthorized remix, right?
But because that to me has always been an interesting question of, what is borderline sampling and what is borderline remixing? Like that song by Mighty Mouse, the ABBA song. You know which one I'm talking about, right? I'll send it to you later, but essentially it has their vocal and a bit of the sample of the song. Is that a remix or is that just it sampled?
That's a sample. That's not really what constitutes something being a remix is when the original, whoever owns the publishing of that song, goes out, or sorry, owns the publishing and the master of that song, or just the master actually. If they go out and say, hey, we would like you to do a remix of this, that's an official remix.
No, but I'm saying what is an unofficial remix and what is a sample?
What's an unofficial remix and what is a sample?
Yeah, I'm not saying official like where you go to like, okay, you guys can do this. No, I'm saying like if I were to remix your song, what is the borderline between I remixed it and I sampled it? What will draw the line? It's a very gray ground. You know what I'm saying? Between I remixed it and I sampled it. Remember Robin Thicke's lawsuit with Blurred Lines?
Yeah, the Marvin Gaye thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a sample. That was a sampling clearance issue.
Yes, in a way. But what they said, that wasn't actually, if I'm correct, it wasn't actually sampled from the song. It was recreated.
Yeah, and they're trying to avoid. Yeah, a lot of people do that. I mean,
but at the end of the day, they still lost all the money they made from the song. I fucking hate that those people, not like Marvin Gaye and them, like the family, because they're like, we're finally released from Pharrell Williams' Evil Claws. I was like, shut the fuck up. You got $8 million. Shut the fuck up. Like, they're acting like if it wasn't a money grab.
It is a bit of a fine line. I don't know, to sample something, for me, sampling acts as a seed of inspiration to create something new.
Yeah.
A remix, although it may be sampled, is paying an ode or a nod to the original track, right? So it's always going to go back to and reference the original track in terms of the construct of the remix and how it sounds. That's, in order for you to know that it is a remix.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I would never say, so as a result of that, like my thing of Cardi B, the edit I've done for Bodak Yellow as well as WAP, those are remixes, but those are her songs.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not stupid enough to put it on Bandcamp and say, here you go. Like that's dumb.
No, but here's an interesting part of it. So I think we had it only on Patreon, and that technically, would that be considered under your monetizing it?
Yeah, so let's move on.
Before we get lawyers from Atlantic to come.
Like he on.
You get, what, man? You can't.
Like he on crack.
You see, you're playing a dangerous game here.
So let's switch the topic quickly.
Let's keep it moving. So this past weekend, shouts and congrats. Shouts and congrats out to Yusuf of Circus. They pulled off their first mass legal mass gathering in Liverpool over the weekend, where participants had to test negative for COVID within 24 hours of the event. So it's part of a test that they're doing in conjunction with the government, the UK government, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I saw some of the
when Toronto had SARS, remember?
Yeah. We had JT come out, right? We had Justin Timberlake come out and people booed him off.
Why?
Remember that? Oh, I can't remember, man. Some shit. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of similar. It's the whole reintroduction of nightlife and festival culture since the pandemic started. So shouts out to them. I saw some of the pictures. The event looked live. Serlardo was there. Sola. Who else was there? Other than Yusuf, Jada G from Vancouver. If you are familiar with her, Jada, she did a Boiler Room set. Man, I remember that, man. People are vicious with the comments, man, on online, bro. On
Oh
social,
my god, I
they
know.
fucking killed her on that Boiler. They're like, yo, this girl doesn't know how to beat match or transition. And I've seen some other sets from her, and she seemed to do well, but whatever. Um, yeah, so she was at the event. DJ Heidi was there too, and it looked great. It looked great. So shouts out to the Circus Music Camp for bringing it back. I hope all goes well with the science and leveraging that data to help bring nightlife back into the UK. It's a massive effort. It was
Hopefully we can
packed.
use that data too. We gotta definitely get nightlife coming back in Canada because my god, it's dead out here.
Fuck, yeah, you make a good point there. One, like, hopefully we can lean on some of that data for events back here in Canada, and I'd say for the states too, right? Like, um,
I
you'd
think the
swear in
states is kind of figuring it out on their own, not in the greatest way, but I mean, something's better than nothing.
states, yo, I could actually comfortably say that Miami never shut down, from what I see.
No, 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 not even close.
Miami never shut down. Arizona never shut down.
Thing is,
Okay,
Arizona is not very high in dense population.
but it doesn't matter, bro. It's like the whole take on this thing of mass gathering and nightlife between states, and the fact that there's such a varying difference in
Discrepancy.
approach to it, it's incredible. Whereas here in Canada, all clubs across the country are closed. There's no, hey, I'm gonna go to Quebec and party.
No, I apparently I heard in Vancouver they're open.
No,
I heard in
no.
Vancouver well at least they're somewhat open,
They,
but
they they were one of the first. They were ahead before, and then they had to shut the shit down again. But either way, you get what I'm saying,
yeah.
right? Like in the states, there's much more variability in
Yeah,
respects to
well,
that.
that's how the state's always been, right? I mean, that's just
Yeah,
the culture there, where one state to another is very different.
yeah.
Colorado legalized weed, the rest of America's like no. Then California legalized it, right? It's just
Mm,
it's basically what they all do is they set a trend, and they look at each other and say, "Is this working out? Yes or no?
yeah,
If it is,
yeah.
then okay, good. We'll all do it then, all right? Or
Absolutely,
someone will do it,
absolutely.
right?
Um, yeah, man. So hey, shouts out to Circus, Yusuf and team. Nice to see that. Looked like a really great event. Lots of heavy release in that one. The energy was real. Saw it. So shouts out to you guys. Congrats again. Um, moving on. What's up next? Oh, Burning Man. You got
Burning
that?
Man, that lasted 1 week of them saying, "Yeah, we're gonna do it."
Yeah, because we spoke about this last week,
Yeah,
right?
we did.
Didn't
We
we?
did. How I said
And
I wouldn't take a vaccine for that, but for Formula One, fucking inject me up like Demi Lovato.
I mean, and the rate of herpes there,
No, no, that's what is it called?
Coachella, right?
That's Coachella.
So yeah, so Burning Man has formally announced that they will not be carrying out an event in 2021
Wow, what a
due
surprise!
to the uncertainty of the pandemic, basically, right? Like they couldn't, organize things and get it together. I don't know. I think it's the right thing to do, even though the U.S. is vaccinating at a rate of 2 million people a day. I still think that's the right decision. Give it a
No,
little bit, let it breathe.
100%. And it's not like you know, Burning Man's an interesting thing. Originally, when I heard of it, I was like, that's KKK, because I'm like, okay, so they're burning, you know, a person. I thought those triple K mafia there. You know, I was like, what the fuck is this? They're in the desert. They're burning a big person that's holding their arms out like a cross. You know. But the more I found out about it, it is such a weird place that I'm sure so many fucked up things happen there, right? That you can't control that many people.
Yeah,
right. It's not like you're gonna have undercover police because it's a large area, right? It's a very large area, and the whole thing about it is how different it is, right?
Yeah. I think you hit it right on the head with the fact that it's just a lot of people to police.
Yeah, and you're nowhere near a city center, like Ultra, for example, in Miami, right?
Yeah,
that's easy to have a ton of police.
I think that will be back in 2022 for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But that one's much easier to police. Why? Because you're in a city center. You can get more officers out there. You can get undercovers, whatever, right? If you see someone that's about to have a bad time, they're about to fucking faint or whatever, you can go ahead. There's a hospital nearby, within 5 minutes, right?
Right.
There's a lot more things that can go right than wrong. In this, I feel like it's the opposite. You're in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, tripping off acid. There's a lot more things that can go wrong than right.
Yeah. No, for sure. So, we agree here that is the right decision.
Yeah, 100%.
For our culture and the safety of others. I can't wait for things to get back. I've never done a Burning Man. I've had friends that have played there. People who played my records have played there, and they say nothing but good stuff.
You're playing. You're taking me, right? I definitely want to see what it's all about.
Well, I don't know. One, like you're a little too young for that kind of stuff.
Wow.
You're a little too young, yeah.
And you're a little too old for it, your point?
You're a boomer, bro.
You're a boomer.
You're a boomer. You're on Facebook every day. I saw I saw this video. This guy named Newski. Do you follow? Have you heard of Newski on Instagram? Oh man, he's got like the best pickup lines, man. I swear to God, like this one is the best. Hey girl, what's your name? And then he's like, and then how girls is sometimes they hesitate, right? And then he's like, yo, whatever your name is, I'd like to call you mine.
That's just, bro, that's corny as hell.
That's not, it works. It works, man.
Bet.
What's your name? I want to make you mine. I want to call you mine.
Bet.
That's dope. That's dope. Girl.
Okay, when we go, okay, I'll bet you $100. I'll bet when we go to the 2022 Formula One Grand Prix in Miami, you have to use that line. If it works, I'll give you $100.
I'll drop that everywhere. I'll drop it everywhere. Trust me, it works.
Bro, we gotta get it on video. It's gotta be on video if it's true.
No, it used to work well for me, and I only had one woman freak the fuck out of me. There was this lawyer who happened to drive a Porsche, and she reminded me she's a strong black woman.
No, hold on. First of all, let me get this clear for everyone before you associate us with that woman. A Cayenne is not a Porsche; it's an Audi. Anyway, carry on. Gotta make it clear.
I drive a 911 Porsche, whatever. I don't.
She drives a Cayenne, is what you told me.
Whatever. Yeah. So. Yeah, and the line I would use is, I want to give you an opportunity to buy me a drink.
That's a good line. I can't even count, man. I'll put respect on that. That was good.
That line is fucking brilliant. It's bold. It is
very bold. I'll tell you that.
And most of the time they're just struck by it. Like they just don't know what to say or do, and but they're like, wow, that's different. Here you go.
Yeah, it's completely different. Wait, so do you actually get them to pay for the drink and everything?
Fucking right, man. Give me a gin.
That's savage. That's savage.
How's that savage, bro? Listen. It starts a conversation, then not by the next round or whatever. you know.
That's pretty good.
And then I said, yo, here's my phone. Put your number in it as a bonus,
As a bonus.
like the cherry on top, the cherry on top of this drink date. Yeah, but yo, the black she went off. She went off on me in the bar. I remember the bar? It was called Spice Root, downtown on King Street. Nice spot back in the day. This was before I went into music full time again, man. And she went off, man. Holy, she got upset. How dare you? I make my own money. And I'm like, well, that's why I'm asking you to buy me a drink, babe. I make my own money. I'm like, yeah, I'm giving you an opportunity. She's like, that's so rude. You should be offering me a drink. I'm like, sweetheart, man, you're every woman. This is the one that really pissed her off. I said, sweetheart, since you're every woman and you're mad independent, you should be jumping on this opportunity to buy me a drink. She just looked at me. She said, you better get the fuck out of my face before I do something to you. I said, have a nice evening. Anyways, let me play some music. Let's break this up a bit.
That's good.
Shit. That's fucking loud. Oh shit! I forgot this track. What is this track? Oh yeah. This track I did with DJ Sneak. It's on Jesse Rose's Play It Down. We called it Blue Cheese, but he made us change the name. Fuck, what? Trying to make it. Fuck. I can't remember what he made us. He made us change the name of this. Open Your Mind, I think. Because he said Blue Cheese, the title was just too much. And Blue Cheese is really just the weed we were smoking that day.
Oh.
And we made that. We made that at a Sneak studio. That EP is still doing well. I actually got a statement from them the other day, which was nice. Shout out to Jesse Rose, and
big shout out to him for paying on time. We know 99% of labels don't do that, but thank you.
Yeah, man. No, Jesse's been consistent. He's retired. He's out in LA chilling, doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
Getting hit with taxes left, right, and center.
He's getting it done, you know what I'm saying? What is this?
He's not part of the mass exodus yet?
What's up?
He's not part of the mass exodus that they're having?
What do you mean?
People are constantly leaving California because of the tax rates.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The migration over to Georgia and Florida to save on taxes. I don't know. Last I checked, when I checked in with Jesse, he was in LA, chilling, working on stuff. Regardless of the taxes, the movie epicenter will still be California, but who knows? That could change.
Well, apparently San Antonio's on the rise, bro. Here's the thing, and I agree with Texas on this. Have you seen that thing where it says "Don't California my Texas"?
No.
And I hope they don't California the Texas, bro, because Texas is the most American place you can go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
fair. Yeah.
That's in my opinion, that's one of the last great places in America.
That's culture, man.
Exactly.
Because what?
And that's the thing. California, fucking when Arnold was in there, it wasn't so bad, right? Bring back Arnie, but bro, it's just one of those things that these motherfuckers now are like, we gotta tax this much, and the business are like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Right? Just to show people, taxes don't help people; they make it worse.
California's crazy with it, but part of that too is just that's because they have all the big tech companies out there too.
Well, they're all leaving,
and they make massive revenues.
Bro,
so.
even Tesla's moved, eh?
No, one people need to pay their fair share, buddy.
Oh, buddy, but there's a limit.
See, the Republican he's coming out. He's coming out. There he is.
I'm coming out as conservative. Oh, yeah.
The Colombian Republican.
Oh, bro, all Colombians are Republican.
Oh, sorry. All Colombians are Republican.
Yeah, we all hate Trudeau with a passion. Don't worry. No, it's true. It's true. Republican
really
and conservative.
Whatever. I'm not really here to talk politics, but um, anyway, man. Yeah, mass exodus from Cali to other places due to taxes. Yeah, I see it happening, but I think it'll all balance out when we get through this shit.
I don't know, man. That's I think it was 2,600 companies left in 1 month at one point.
Really?
That's a fucking big number.
Hmm.
It's crazy because, it's to a point where it's the taxes in California. I found correct are worse than Canada.
Well, I don't know. I'm not still sure about that because it was actually announced this week. Netflix is gonna have its Canadian headquarters here in Toronto.
Yeah, but for sure they're getting a tax break on that.
Of course they are.
Right? The city of Toronto is probably like, don't worry, we'll give you the building, no taxes for you, because the reality is, the government makes most of its revenue from the middle and upper middle class. Right? It's just how the world works, right? Because as a business, people will register everything under a business expense. Look at Andy's manager. Right now he's driving a Lamborghini Performante. Business expense.
But that's the way it is, dude. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
100%. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The people that really get hit with the taxes, the people voting in the taxes, or the people getting killed with it.
But I had that thought the other day of the impact of working 9 to 5 versus working for yourself, and I've had this moment a few times now where I can calmly say, shit, if I was working 9 to 5, I wouldn't actually own this vehicle outright.
No, because half of your money would be going to taxes.
Right.
Right. Theoretically, you can make the same amount either way, and you will really be richer if you make the money yourself. Because guess what?
Right.
Your personal income will only be 10,000, 20,000, but the company income is only taxed on 13%. Right? And the company all of a sudden owns the cars, the house, the whole thing, right?
Absolutely. They pay the rent, all of that stuff.
Exactly, right?
So, there's a value in doing your shit independent, like without having to do the 9 to 5 grind, for sure. There's always value in that. But I do think people need to pay their fair share. If you got a net worth of $160 billion, come on, man. Why don't you give each of us, $1 billion?
Because it won't make a difference.
Oh, of course it won't, man.
No, because the reality is, and this has been proven time and time again.
I know. I agree with you. I know where you're gonna go.
Where am I gonna
go? You can take all of the money in the world away from the rich and give it to everybody else, but the rich will eventually get it back.
Yeah, and you know why?
Well, because they have the ideas, the thoughts, the mentality, and the work ethic.
Exactly.
I mean, there's probably more detail to that, but anyway, I knew
that's you know what I'm gonna say, right? So that's why I don't think taxing the rich is the right approach, because at the end of the day, if you look at it, I mean, fuck, man, we with Harper we used to be in a surplus, now we're in a deficit. Taxing the rich is not gonna do anything if we're giving away money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's why you love stimulus for artists and all of that. Because
that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I hate it. Because in my opinion, everyone should earn what they got. You've done it.
What do you mean? It's all good, man.
Look at Punts. Look at Punts.
Me.
He's not a millionaire. Punts works at 9 to 5, and he's not a millionaire. But he can still fucking go and do his career, and he's doing decent, right? He makes good music. He practices it. So, if he can do it.
We've already had this conversation. Not everybody is equipped, man, and some people need the help. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, you're right. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying some people need the help, but I don't think funding people's music careers is the way to do it.
No, but the government here at least isn't funding 100% of their career. They're helping them to pay their bills so they can stay on their careers.
Yeah, but
Like
at the end of the day, in most cases, these places. Here's the thing: if you're getting money, you do not have the determination that you or me would have.
yeah, but that varies individual to individual. I'm just saying.
I'm saying as an overall. I mean,
There's
let me
no-
put it to you this way. Okay. Let's say I didn't part own the video and content of the Patreon business and all that, and say you were
Yeah.
paying me on an hourly rate, okay? And I was getting funding to say yes, you will be a YouTuber, and I'm already getting paid for it. How much work do you really think I would be putting?
You'd be putting in a lot of work.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. That's different when you have skin in the game.
Not only just skin, but when you want to create it, right? When you are like, I need this to succeed. Failure is not an option, right? And that's the way I see it. Failure in this case is not an option, right? For me, I committed myself to YouTube and I said, there is no backup plan. If this fails, I fail. Right?
I get it.
And I'm putting my drive behind it for that reason, right? Because I said, you know, if this fails, I fail, so I can't let it fail. I have to keep pushing.
I'm just saying not everybody is built that way, and there's still good creative solutions that enable people. Sorry for the noise. That enable people
Bro,
to.
what are you doing playing GTA? What the fuck is that?
No, man, it's it's vibes out here. There's things going on
Out
out
in the hood,
on
you know, Crip, you know.
out on the
Representing
streets.
the Mississauga West End.
What I'm saying. West side. Anyways, let's move on from that. I do have a new PR scam to alert aspiring DJs and producers to. If you are at the same time trying to build a online presence, and this is probably one of the lamest PR requests I've seen in a long time, which is why I'm highlighting it. So it looks like this: you get an email, if you've listed an email on your IG or whatever, and the email says something like, "Oh my gosh, we saw your profile, and we really like it, and we like some of the photos on there. Would you mind if we reposted it?" Right? And you're here thinking, "Oh, okay, cool. Glad people love, you know, my profile." And secondly, they're asking permission to repost your content, which is, not too many people do that. And then so I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, do whatever, because it's no cost to me. Nothing's coming out of my pocket. It's free promotion. Go for it. Then they come back with, "Hey, yeah, before we go ahead and start posting your stuff, I just want to let you know our profile is growing at a rapid rate of over whatever 10,000 followers a month or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like, you for a small nominal fee, blah 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 blah, we could promote your page too as we share your photos." I was just like, fuck off. Like, I just have like no patience for these fucking guys, man.
Bro, you know what I keep getting on fucking Instagram? Let me see if I probably have it. I keep getting saying, "Hi, we're looking for brand ambassadors."
Oh, and are they asking for access to your page?
No, they're asking for me to pay to buy the product so I can be a brand ambassador when I delete them. And then they're like, "And you're so good looking. We'd like to use you as a model." And, and I'm thinking, like, are these people fucking blind or retarded? Which one? Because I don't know about you, but I know someone who represented Canada and Thailand as a global model, and I don't look anything like him. I'll tell you that much. I don't know if they're trying to go for the big Chungus approach or something, the dad bod, but but how the fuck am I the one to be the fucking model brand ambassador? Like the moment I said we're looking for a model brand ambassador, I'm like, scam 100%. They're either blind or retarded or both.
That's fucking. You're hilarious, bro. Yeah, it's just the insincerity of a lot of these deals. I'm surprised people fall for this shit.
It blows my mind because I'm there looking like, are you guys like retarded? Like how the fuck does that even work?
They just keep coming, and it's like,
bro, I get them like every other day.
Huh?
I get them like and it's always a different account. It's like fucking number blah 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 blah, and then they'll say some dumb name like Siri or whatever. Like, fuck, do I know?
That is some crazy shit, man.
It's fucking
It's
whack.
it's constant from these guys each and every time.
Oh my God, I know,
So,
and it's
so
always
that's
a
a
written
new
script.
that yeah, exactly. That's a new one to look out for. I thought it was quite funny, and I'd share it with y'all. Just to move along on some other music related stuff. So Loop Cloud reached out to me and said they got some new features popping with that. So we're gonna do a video on that shortly. I need to check it out, but it actually is the first of their software updates that is in, what is the word that actually involves some AI technology in it. Music creation. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm gonna check it out. I'll probably do a 2-part video on that. Just talk about the enhancements and then, show it in action in another video. I think that makes sense to talk about it through the points and how I plan to use it, and then show it in action. I know you're looking forward to the syncing of that one, and the next one. The next one that I have been long awaiting, and it involved a lot of where I spent my time over the last couple of days, was Logic's update to 10.6.2, which addresses the huge latency issue. And I can say, just in my preliminary test, there's a huge improvement. Huge. It's one of the things I came across with UAD's Luna. I was like, fuck, like, how come I'm on the same machine?
Also with Ableton, eh?
And Ableton too, and I'm not getting this crazy latency like I do in Logic. And Logic is my primary dot.
You know what I think it is? I think Logic was also hiring the same employees that work at Adobe. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, you guys gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, you remember last week, bro, my Photoshop, I uninstalled myself. Like, what?
You guys use any Adobe products, it's an inside joke we have all the time. It's not the greatest. It's,
that's
but
an
I have to
understatement.
say, Adobe's update for this last round, at least for Adobe Premiere Rush, is it Premiere Rush?
Premiere Rush.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's running a bit more stable. I don't like some of the things they changed, but it runs a bit better.
But it's funny because they'll improve one software and then kill the other two. Like my fucking Photoshop, I have auto update disabled on everything for this reason, and Photoshop's like, you know what, I feel like updating today. It failed its own update, and then it didn't tell me because it did it in the background. So when I fucking tried opening Photoshop, I'm like, where is it? It doesn't even appear in my programs. I had to search up the error code, delete some DLL files, some next bullshit, cure cancer in the meantime. Like, bro, it was a nightmare. It was fucking whack.
Yeah, whack is whack. But yeah, just for our regular audience, look out for those videos. I'm excited to do those and get to those quickly, and looking forward to playing around with some of those updates and new features. For those of you that are on Mac, to go to Logic's 10.6.2, well, it's only on Mac, so yeah. But you have to move to Catalina in order to install that. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is, as I've said many times in my videos and in different conversations, I do not like to update my OS immediately from the time it comes out. So Catalina, where is it at? Big Sur right now? So it's about Big Sur. It's about 2 versions back.
What's after Catalina?
Oh fuck, I can't remember.
Hold on, let me pull
was it High Sierra?
High Sierra was before Catalina.
Yeah, High Sierra, Catalina, Big Sur. Okay, so it's probably only one back, I think.
Here we go. I got it. Let's pull it up. Catalina. It went Mojave, then Catalina, then Big Sur.
Yeah, so it's one back. Um, so the one thing is, if you guys are familiar, I have a Native Instruments MK1 controller that I use predominantly on my drums. So when I went to Catalina, it knocked it out completely.
What a
Completely.
surprise.
To the point I was fearful for my life, guy. It was like, I was like, man, do I gotta go buy an MK2? And I didn't really want to do that. And it's hard to buy hardware when you know it's a software issue.
It's annoying.
It's annoying as fuck. So anyway, I found a workaround, and it actually worked quite nicely. I will post it in when I do the Logic 10.6.2 update video on YouTube. But I was lucky that it worked because I was bugging out, man. I was even looking at ways to have the MPC X act as a MIDI controller, and that was hellish on the drum side. Works well for everything
Bro,
else.
let's be real for a second. When it comes to updating anything Apple, it's foolishness. Yeah. It really is. Because
well,
on an iPhone,
like,
it's a nightmare.
You know what it's like sacrifice.
Yeah, I know.
Are you prepared to lose something in order to?
Apple's like 1 step forward, 10 steps back. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
you guys wanted to use a product that was working fine? No.
Well, part of it is the manufacturer too, right? Like in this case, Native Instruments.
No. It has nothing to do with the manufacturer. Because let me put it to you this way, okay?
They didn't want to conform.
You know, that's the thing. Apple will be like, you guys have to do, because I can get software from fucking XP running on this bitch.
Yeah.
It's a backwards compatibility. Apple doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Because Apple's like, our clients have enough money to buy everything brand new again. It's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
That ideology, right? It's the ideology, and it's fucked up.
It's crazy. It's just it's one of those things where, yeah, if you're gonna be an Apple user, it's a known thing.
Yeah, you gotta have deep pockets.
To some degree, I'm okay with it, but from other perspective, like that is a major piece of my workflow. The MK1, I use that on all my drums, man. So to just have the controller knocked out, it took me about an hour and a half to get it back, but I'm so glad I did it, man.
But that's what I'm telling you. You gotta. I'm hoping one day you actually take a good look at Ableton and try to actually learn it properly, because that way at least you have flexibility, right? Not necessarily with PC, but so that way you're not dependent
Ableton
on
doesn't
Apple.
sound good.
What? Oh my god!
It doesn't sound as good, Ableton. It's just meh.
Fine, switch to Fruity Loops then.
Remember we did that video? People got so upset.
They got vexed, guy.
I'm sick and tired of people saying it all sounds different.
Well, you know, someone actually did a test, and fucking the only one that sounded different was technically Fruity Loops.
No, man, it just sounds better in Logic. It all just comes together. I know man who make ideas in Ableton and then mix it down in Logic. Like, there's a reason for that.
Because they're buckets.
Ableton has more of this tingy sound to it, this high frequency tingy sound.
Oh, the tingy sound, the tingy? Yeah, eh? No,
yeah.
man, it's just fucking whack. Just wait. One, I bet you this. One more year, and your Mac is gonna have zero compatibility.
What are you talking about, bro?
100%.
You're crazy.
Apple's gonna be like, ooh, you can't update to the new OS because it's not M1.
You look like you on crack.
Whatever, bro.
Hey, bro,
Mac
Hispanics don't crack.
Bomb shit. Anyway, so yeah, look out for those videos that are coming. I've been messing around with it all weekend long, and yeah, I'm excited. I love the Logic update. It's actually, they did this one well. That latency thing, it's like poof.
Sorry, are you gonna be getting the new Mac? Because keep in mind, the new Mac, you can't update the RAM manually. It's soldered on.
It's soldered on. That's fucked up. No, I'm not.
Everything
I'm not
is
doing.
soldered on.
I'm not doing the M1 this year. I may do it like next year,
When the
early
M2?
next year. Yeah, when they sort some other shit out. I'm just not.
My big
There's,
concern with it is the
there's no
safety.
reason for me to move to that straight away. And and here's the other thing too. Like I'm obviously gonna keep this iMac, right?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
You know, um. So with the M1, yeah, I'll get a Mac Mini M1 and terminal
Well,
it over.
you wouldn't get the iMac?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I will.
Well, what's more tempting about the Mac Mini?
Um.
Although I don't even think it should be called the Mini. It should just be called the Mac. Like straight
Yeah.
up.
The Mac box, whatever you want to call it.
The Mac. Yeah, it should just be called the Mac.
I looked at some of the reviews for the iMac and I wasn't too
Pleased with it?
impressed.
I heard the Mac Mini is decent, you know?
Yeah, the Mini, yeah, for sure. M2 Mac Mini just sounds right for me at this
You know
moment.
who had it? Andy's manager bought one.
The M1 Mac Mini?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He wasn't a big Apple fan, but he didn't like it. He's had a lot of compatibility issues. Like Chrome didn't run good on it for some reason.
That's weird.
So he
I
just,
saw Kenny Larkin, who, you know, hopefully our audience knows who Kenny Larkin is the legendary techno producer. He's running test on it. It looked amazing. You know, for running 4K, YouTube in the background, Logic, and all kinds of other shit. It was like
it's an octa-core, right? It's an octa-core with an octa-core GPU, right?
Right. But that's what I'm saying. He had Chrome up and seemed to run fine. So.
And the price is actually not bad. Like, to be honest, you know, usually Apple has a fucking tax on everything. But, you know, well, obviously compared to a PC, it's still awful value. But compared to usual Mac pricing, it is not bad.
No, not at all.
Right now, I'm doing a 16 gig one with a 2 terabyte SSD and 10 gig Ethernet, because obviously, why not? And that's $2,200. I mean, that's not crazy bad for Apple.
No, I think it's worth it, man.
It's worth it. Okay, rephrase. It's worth it if you're an Apple user. You know, I think that's the asterisk.
It's worth it if you're on Logic and you're a regular app. You have other Apple products. Yeah, I think it makes sense for my workflow and environment.
Yeah, 100%. Right. That I think you get yourself a nice screen. You know, a nice fucking 4 or 5K fucking display. Don't get the Apple Pro display because you're not gonna pay $6K plus the stand. $1,000 for a stand.
That's funny.
Fucking that was retarded, man.
Yeah. So in terms of upgrade on the actual computer for me, that's gonna be a while. But everything else, these updates already done software wise, and I'll be reviewing it. You know, the cool little thing about Catalina too is the background screen. So it actually changes based on time of day.
No, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, because they took multiple photos.
That's really cute. I like that.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because they flew a helicopter over the island of Catalina, and they had a photographer basically hanging out the helicopter taking the photos. So there's these guys that went to Catalina and tried to recreate every single photo from the macOS line. So they went to High Sierra, they went to Yosemite, they went to all those, and to Mojave, and they went and took all the different photos to recreate them.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I didn't know. Like, I think it's pretty cool. So, and they base it obviously on the PST time zone because the sun is the picture I'm seeing now is the sun is starting to rise.
Yeah, because it's California, right?
Yeah. All right. So before we go, it's important to let people know we will be adding to my Patreon series called Inspiration Speaks, which is me doing a set of intimate interviews with active DJs and producers who have inspired me. And the first one is Carlo Leo. We will be setting up an event tier for this on our Patreon at $25 USD. It's gonna be a nice one. Carlo, if you look him up online, has presented a lot to the world of techno and tech house, and he actually has produced some pretty nice jacking house based tracks in his early days. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't know about him, aside from the fact that he's Canadian as well. But working with the likes of Carl Cox, Nicole Madaber, Jamie Jones, along with Nathan Barato, they run Raw Authentic. Fantastic dude. So happy to do that piece with him. So more to come on that, and stay tuned. In case you haven't forgotten, I don't know if Juan you mentioned this while I was out of the room. May 14th, the deadline for the remix contest we have going with Phil Weeks to be a Star remix, which will be released in was it July or August? I can't remember the timeline. So it'll be that, the winner's remix plus Phil's remix plus my original, that will get released, and should be a cool one, man. We're looking forward to doing that as well. 100%. So look out for those. May is going to be exciting. That's all I have.
It's going to be a unique time.
Yeah. May's
if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go ahead and check on patreon.com/TheMereOfficial for all the samples you guys will need for the remix, along with when we get to 150 patrons, we will be doing a giveaway of Arturia Microfreak and a custom painted longboard. So again, that's patreon.com/TheMereOfficial.
Word up. And we got first Sundays on Twitch. So we'll be posting one of the episodes from our weekly production stream, Join Me sessions, where it feels like you're in a studio with me. Just watching how I put shit together. And that's been fun. And shouts out to all the people who joined my Twitch for that. That's been cool. Almost up to like 600 followers there, which has been pretty cool. So, yeah, be sure to check that out. I'll be tweeting about it as well. So more to come.
Nope.
That's it for me, bro. I'm going to take us out with some music. Oh, we're back here. Yeah, that's a good one to go out with. Sounds like Floating Points. Yeah. So, thank you all again for your time and your patience and your love and the support of this podcast and taking in our varying opinions. Really appreciate it, and appreciate all the support over last year. So much love and respect to y'all. Peace.